What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear that bell? That means it's another day in the Market Watch. So without further ado, let's talk about cards you should avoid. We also have a TCG spend over $75 exclusive card that you can get, and much, much more. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So first off, let's get into it. We have the TCG partnering with Universes to offer you a, big deal. You get a Godzilla card if you spend $75 today. So use the TCG link down below to support the channel if you guys are going to be spending. But hey, a free card that is Godzilla. I mean, it's Godzilla Day. Who doesn't like the giant dinosaur? Even if you're not playing the card game, just a free card if you spend $75. It's not a bad deal, especially you could flip it later, especially since this is only related to a one-day deal. So just keep that in mind. So first off, we have Ragnar Lordmon starter decks. We're going to talk about this. $14.70. It's kind of going up a little by little, and you probably want to have this ready just in case that the Ace Ragnar with the burst Jogressing is kind of interesting. If the deck kind of does something and it's really powerful, you want to make sure you have the basic things. So you need at least 2 starter decks, in my opinion. Get those early. Have them sit on the shelf. Who knows? If the deck is really good and you want to flip it later, that could mean the starter deck could be worth lots of money. If not, then it's nothing really of a loss, really. That kind of is that dual-edged sword. We just have to see how they progress Ragnar. It's going to be very interesting, and I think it's going to be a very hard sell because the deck needs a lot to be able to mesh together very cleanly. Europe side looking like €7, €9.48, and then pretty progressively gets to 10s and 12s pretty quickly. There's plenty of stock in the €7 mark, but hey, that's about it. Then let's get into it. Legendary Arm Alliance, the store championship, top 4. So guys, if you guys haven't been noticing, the top 4 has been climbing. This is because of the hype. It's already $6 to $7 from its $2 prices. So guys, like I said, something you want to keep on hand and knowledgeable of is just watching out for cards like this. Stuff like this, that's classified max rarity because Ragnar doesn't have a lot of max rarity cards. This is one of them. So definitely keep this on your radar, especially if Ragnar gets good. Europe side looking like 29 cents, 29 cents, 30 cents. Make sure you guys pick this up because this will spike if the deck actually becomes really competitive. For you guys on the Europe side, being able to pick these up for 30 cents and 50 cents, under $1, definitely will climb up eventually. So pick up your copies. Mirai is shooting up, and that's because of the new support. Also Patamon, all the goodies that are coming Mastimon's way. Especially we'll have to see if EX6 will do anything worthwhile. Especially because we know Master Ace with Burst Evolution is that Jogressing is going to happen. So just keep this in mind. Got $11.42, $10.99. Very interesting to see what happens here. Europe side looking like €8, €9, €9.95, €10. Kind of following suit pretty quickly, starting to match us price-wise. Chimeramon climbing up, boys and girls. Kind of started plateauing a little bit, but seeing him now touching basically $10 is kind of interesting. It's definitely a card that we'll see competitive play with the Black War promo OTK deck. You have what is it? My brain is SHMON having some fun with it. So there's a lot of potential coming forwards. So we'll have to see if this holds true and if the value stays strong. Europe side looking like €8.50, €8.50, €8.87, €9. Yeah. Then we have Rapidmon Alternate Art, New Awakening, $21 and climbing. They just showed off there is a alternate art coming in the starter advanced deck for the Terriermon. So if you guys want to hold off, you hold off. It's up to you preference this wise. I kind of like the new art a little bit more, but this is also the classic art. So for the alternate art. So it's sitting at 21s. People are buying in the $22 range, but close to 23s, but I don't know. With the new art, I don't know if people will continue buying it. Europe side looking like 17 euros and 90 cents, 17 euros 95 cents, 17.99. You know, the same thing happened with Examon alternate art. You know, the main card that was expensive all of a sudden dipped really quickly. So just keep that in mind, that cards do dip once there is another alternate art that is easy access. Tommy box topper, trying to just take a look. Definitely cooling off from all that hype. The deck will have a lot of struggle to get to see if it's top one, but we'll see. Europe side looking like 3 euros, 3 euros. Not terrible. Then SHMON X Antibody, still shooting up. We're seeing it touch $7. So guys, if you had this thing sitting in a binder, probably time to dust it off and make some profit, in my opinion, before people realize the deck is not going to be that game breaking. So if we can get there, it'll be good to make some profits. Then you have Europe side looking like 2 euros 61 cents, 4 euros 50 cents, 4 euros 50 cents, 4 euros 73 cents. Yeah, kind of expensive. Metal Greymont Cross Encounters BT10, $6.75 going down. Which is good to see, kind of cooling off. People will probably get a little bit back on this deck, a little bit, we'll see. But definitely there are chances this deck is still going to be pretty decent. Europe side looking like 6 euros, 6 euros 50 cents, 6 euros 51 cents, 7 euros 50 cents. Yeah, there's all that. War Greymon Regional Participation, $13.76. It's cooling off further and further. Let it keep falling. Don't invest into this right away. There's going to be plenty more regional level participations for the rest of the year. Europe side looking like 7 euros 95 cents, 11 euros 49 cents. Let it keep cooling off. Don't invest into this right away. All fours Digimon alternate art definitely starting to shoot up, boys and girls. Starting to see that it's $18.65. Last sold was at just earlier, $16.44. So just keep this on your radar. This card is going to be climbing up a little bit. You know how all force is. People are hyped about it. Europe side 11 euros, 11 euros, 11 euros 83 cents. And I'm going to be straight honest with you. If anybody says this is the best deck of format, it's not. Don't listen to crazy shenanigans. Alphamon shooting up, boys and girls. I was not expecting it to jump up this much, but we got in the last couple days somebody's been buying these at a good steady rate. We're at $4 a pop. This card definitely can climb up higher and higher, but I don't know why. Alphamon's not really going to be game breaking. I mean, yes, it does get the trainings that it wants and it can do some crazy shenanigans, but don't be putting all your eggs in a basket for this guy. 2 euros, 2 euros, 2 euros. Hoover Espeon shooting up for some reason. We're at $3.16, $3.50. Once these go down it's to a $5 card. I have no clue why. Hoover Espeon really only see competitive play in certain decks, and the one deck is Machine Bomb. Europe side looking like 2 euros 48 cents, 2 euros 49 cents, 2 euros 60 cents, 2 euros 69 cents. Yeah, Machine Bomb support. That's all I see it as. Growon Ultimate Cup. So guys, a while back I actually sold this, I think, when this thing was sitting at 80s. I sold my copies when they were 80s. Definitely made some decent profit. And as I mentioned before in older videos, that these cards, like the Ultimate Cups, since we have so many Ultimate Cups, these cards are going to become printed almost worthless. So just remember that. We still have plenty of the year left. It's just very easy to get your hands on. Europe side looking like 12 euros, 13 euros. Yeah. Gigimon or Gigimon. So alternate art from Digital Hazard, $15 and going down. Good to see it come down. Guys, just keep waiting it out. There's no reason to jump on this yet. I mean, it's pretty good, actually, to see it come down. Europe side looking like 14 euros 98 cents, 15s. Yeah, keep coming down, boy. Soul Ride jumping up to $2. This is all hype because of the set coming forwards, especially because Soul Ride can hit those aces really massively. Those ones that are under in sources. So if you strip it with Soul Ride, basically Soul Ride's a one cost. That gets really nasty to a lot of players and it can really set them back. So very punishing card. Europe side looking like 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. Paired to our $2, I take 2 cents any day of the week. Digimon RB Resurgent Booster Box Topper promotion, $4.33 and climbing. So yeah, there's only a couple listings here. Someone can come and clear this out and become 6, then almost to a $9 card. So just keep that in mind. This card can easily be cleared out and become very expensive. Europe side though, you guys have a long way before this is cleared out and being scary. €4.85, €4.88. You know, there's plenty of copies in this €5 range. Metal Greymont Ace. So Blast Ace, this second art that you can pull, the third art you can pull in the set. So this one's going to be a little bit more challenging. So I think $24.99 is like the only exception to the rule. I think this is a card you buy at pre-sale prices because I don't think this is going to be the easier one to pull, but we'll have to see. Europe side, nothing on that status. Examon. Examon finally getting out of that $20 range for a while now. I definitely think that 30s and stuff like that, finally it's touching down to $12.99. Keep an eye on this card, especially if you guys need playsets. I recommend picking up at least 3 slowly over time. Picking up once every paycheck would not hurt your income. I think picking this up because eventually they're going to try to revamp it and give it more support. They always do. You know, it's probably Examon is probably the next Jagras deck to get an ace coming to it. If they're going with Ragnar and Maste, Examon's probably next because you know how they operate. They want to make sure these Jagras decks somehow have more value. So yeah, with Examon, it is what it is. So I expect ace of some sort. On the Europe side, looking like €16, €17.74. Yeah, you'll be a while before you reach us. Ukamon. So this card has created a new style of Rookie Rush. So, you know, when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to battle area, you may hatch into the breeding area, then gain 1 memory. So, luckily we can't have more than 4 eggs in the breeding area, but the fact that basically it gets you a free memory, sets you up, and you can go wider, faster now. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens going forwards. Europe side, no listings yet. You have yet to get your product. Akihiko. Akihiko starting to cool off a little bit. She was kind of eccentric and expensive, but definitely good to see her come down. I think coming down to 10s, she'll probably fall down more once the deck is kind of resolved. Europe side, $9.46, €9.46. Yeah, plenty on the 9s, a little bit cheaper than us. Diaab release boosters. We're down to 9 listings, and they're all one-of copies, and they kind of disappear pretty quickly. I'm not joking. This card definitely is disappearing for some reason. Europe side looking like €2, €2.46. We'll have to see. Gravity Crush holding strong at this $25 mark. Ooh. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is, right? Gravity Crush on the Europe side, €14, €14.50, €14.59, €14.80. Yeah, kind of expensive. Merciful Mode. This is kind of just the counter-apocalyptic mon. Or, you know, it's the only crust. So, Crust Boy is just Crust Boy. So, $1.77, 95 cents. It is what it is. Europe side looking like 36 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents. Yeah, a little bit cheaper than us. A little bit cheaper. Terramon Assistant, Judge promo. This is classified max rarity for some people. Completely bought out. Got bought out pretty quickly last week. But yeah, 0 listings on this. Europe side has 2 at €10.99 and €13.50. Yeah, Metal Greymont alternate art from Classic Collection. Shooting up and still climbing up, boys and girls. Mugen, anyone? This is all that screams here. This is all Mugen hype. That's about it. Europe side looking like €20, €20. Yeah. Magna Dromon alternate art Dragonic Roar EX03. $10. $10 holding strong. This is Apocalyptic Mon, or only gets the crust. You know, that's it. Europe side looking like €3.50, €3.50. Plenty on this line. SHMON Times 3 Dimensional Phase pre-release card. This card was classified max rarity until recently when they decided that this is not max rarity anymore. Nationals will have this as a participation. So just keep that in mind. Definitely an alternate art style, so don't expect this to hold strong. Europe side looking like €2.50, €2.65. Yeah, boom. Just throw it in the trash. But all in all, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.